I'm a fair-minded individual.
Sometimes.
And all the time, okay? I am fair. And let me say this to you, America. I thought the Packers were done. They were 4-8. I said trash. Aaron Rodgers had the greatest year. You let go of Devontae Adams, let him walk out the door. I'm looking at the receivers, and I'm like, damn it, they ain't ready yet. You understand? You got a receiver named Romeo, for crying out loud. Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? I mean, that's what I was thinking. Christian Woods, all of these guys. These brothers have balled. I gotta take a moment to give props that the Green Bay Packers find themselves in this situation. I got to give props to that bad man, Aaron Rodgers, okay? Reminding the world of his greatness, not numbers, because he's only completed about 64% of his passes, just 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He ain't thrown double-digit interceptions since 2010 until this year. But the bottom line is when it really, really counted, the brother showed up and reminded us who the hell he is, okay? That's number one. Running the football effective, the defense showing up, receivers showing up and producing. Matt LaFleur, Mr. Matt LaFleur himself has been coaching his butt off. I mean, listen, I got to give respect where respect is due. They have answered the call, okay? When we thought their season was done, when we thought they were finished, they rose from the ashes and said, excuse me, wrong narrative. I have to apologize to the Green Bay Packers and give them their props. Now let me say this. I like Detroit, and I'm very proud of what Dan Campbell has done with that franchise. He's resurrected them to relevancy, and I give him credit for that. When I think about the playoffs, we want to see Jared Goff. Or we want to see Aaron Rodgers. You understand what I'm saying? What a defense want to see.
I would actually rather see Detroit.
You are. Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. No.
Get a shot in the playoffs than
please.
See the Packers.
Let me tell you what you would rather see Detroit if the games were in Detroit at the Silverdome. Then that would be different.
I'm just saying.
It's a different animal. It's a different animal. Not that they can't win on the road, but it's a different animal. When the Detroit Lions are at home, that would be interesting. They wouldn't be at home in the playoffs. They'd be on the road. So, no. But Aaron Rodgers, what defense want to see Aaron Rodgers? Come postseason time, the magician that he is capable of being, even though he hasn't won a lot in the playoffs, we understand that. He has been about 5 NFC championship games. But I'm just saying, my point is, Aaron Rodgers still lives. He's still here. And I'm telling you, that's a bad sign for opposing defenses. I would tell you right now, Green Bay is the most dangerous team right now.
Hey, it's completely wrong.
With me?
I sure do. And I'm going to tell you why.
Completely
Let's
wrong.
go.
First off, Detroit probably is not going to get in because you got to figure the Rams are going to lose to Seattle. So let's remember
that. Or they're going to lose to the Packers.
Hold on now.
The bat.
But the point is, who is the most dangerous 7th seed? So we are assuming that if I take Detroit, I'm assuming they're going to win in Green Bay. If Detroit wins that game, first off, if the Rams beat Seattle and Detroit turns around 4 hours later and beats the Packers in Lambeau, you know how much momentum they're going to have going into the playoffs? They're going to have so much juice, and they're going to be playing with an absolute gold star and loosey-goosey, and they are going to be a house money team because nobody's going to expect anything. And so if Detroit somehow got into the playoffs, which requires 2 big things, one a miracle and one a win in Lambeau, if they ever got that and got to play in the playoffs, they will be one team that you would not want to see under any circumstances. Secondly, how has Green Bay played against San Francisco in the playoffs? That is who they're playing in the first round. They are playing the 2-7. He has never beats them. He lost last year. He lost to Kaepernick. And he got bombed in 2 games in San Francisco. Green Bay and Shanahan will stop him. He's stopped them every single time. So Green Bay might beat Detroit and get in. Green Bay is not beating the Niners on the road under any circumstances in 7-2. Detroit would have a little lucky charm going on. Came out of nowhere, lost to Carolina, recovered. I would love the Lions would be everybody's favorite pick. Green Bay has got a short shelf life. It's going to end on Wild Card Weekend on the road. Detroit You never know. So I think the Lions are more dangerous.
I think every point now, you know, it's beautiful to see you today. I agree with everything you're saying, but all those points actually point to why Green Bay would be more dangerous. Who's playing more loosey-goosey than Aaron Rodgers? What's the team that nobody saw coming? The Packers. This team literally was left for dead. And you might be the reason Aaron Rodgers is sitting on the Pat McAfee show talking about, look at the narrative. They thought they wrote us off. They didn't think we'd come back, and now the narrative must change. Now everybody's saying no one wants to.
Pat McAfee has to have me on the show. He has to have me on the show.
You got enough shows.
That's what it is.
He sure does have enough shows.
You see that, right?
Okay,
let's be honest.
How many books can he sell?
Her take won't have me on. I guess I got to get my Pat McAfee to invite me on.
But think about it. Think about it, guys. In all seriousness, the Packers, now, to your point about the Packers historically have not been good against the 49ers in recent history. I've been at those games. I've covered those losses by the 49ers. I've watched them. Aaron Rodgers look completely not like himself in big moments against something like Jimmy Garoppolo.
That was you at the game? I mean, it was a game in San Francisco, Palo Alto, wherever it is, and wherever the hell it is, and somebody was covered up so much. Santa Clara, yeah. Somebody was covered up so much, I mean, I thought they were at the North Pole.
So moving along.
Go ahead.
This Packers team, this season is unlike last year, unlike the year before. This is a team that it's almost like they're trying something different. They have started this season. Everybody thought they were done. And now they do. The momentum that you talk about with the Lions winning in Week 18 and propelling them, I think the Packers have that momentum now. I think the Packers are a team that nobody saw coming except Aaron Rodgers. We just need one more game. We just need one more game. And the Packers, all they need to do is take care of a Lions team that allowed the Carolina Panthers to run for 320. Yeah. To run for 320. Well, that's an issue.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.